they have done well. They have faith in him, and they have believed him. He said, that is better for them. They said they were his enemies, but Allah has Allah made him victorious over them. He inquired, the Arabs today, their God is one, their Prophet is one, and their word is one. They are united. They said, yes. He said, and what has the spring of Zurah done? They said, it is good. Its people drink from it. It gives them drink, and they give drink from it to their crops. He said, and what have the date trees done that are between Aman and Beisan? They said, healthy, and they give their fruit every year. He said, and what has the Tabaria lake done? They said, it is full. He took a long breath and then swore, when I leave this place, I will not leave any of Allah's lands except that I will step on it, except for Tiba, Medina, and Mecca. For I have no power over them. The Messenger of Allah said, the Dajjal will not enter Tiba. This was the reason for my happiness. Indeed, Tiba is Al-Medina. Verily, Allah has made it forbidden for the Dajjal to enter it. Then the Messenger of Allah made an oath by Allah, none has the right to be worshipped but he. It has neither narrow nor wide road, and neither level land nor mountain, except upon it is an angel whose sword is unsheathed, and will remain so until the day of resurrection. Until the day of resurrection. The Dajjal will not be able to enter it upon its inhabitants. Amir said, I met and I narrated to him the hadith of Fatima bint Qais. He said, I bear witness upon my father that he related it to me the same as Fatima related to you, except that he related that the Prophet said he is in the Eastern Sea. Then I met Al-Qasim Muhammad, and I mentioned to him the hadith of Fatima. He said, I bear witness upon Aisha that she related to me the same as what Fatima related to you, except that she said the two inviolable places are forbidden upon him, Mecca and Medina. And in yet another narration, Fatima bint related that on one day the Messenger of Allah delayed the last Isha. He then came out and said, I was detained by a hadith that Tamim ad-Dari was relating to me concerning a man on an island from the islands of the sea. He said, then I came upon a woman who was dragging her hair. I said, what are you? It said, I am Al-Jassasa. Go to that castle. I went to it and came upon a man who was dragging his hair and who was shackled in chains. He was springing in them between the sky and the earth. I said, who are you? He said, I am the Dajjal. He then said, what have the Arabs done? Has their prophet come out? I said, yes. He asked, did they obey him or disobey him? I said, rather, they obeyed him. He said, that is better for them. In the narration of Abu Dawood, related that the Messenger of Allah said one day when he was on the pulpit, as some people were travelling at sea, their food supply became depleted. Then they came across an island and they went to it seeking bread, and the Jassasa met them. One of the narrators asked Abu Salama, and what is Al-Jassasa? He said, a woman who drags her hair, the hair of her skin and of her head. In one narration, which is very Gharib and which is related by Abu Dawood, only insisted that The man on the island was Ibn Sayyad. Related that the Messenger of Allah stood level on the pulpit and said, Tamim gave me an account, and then he saw Tamim on one side of the masjid and said, O Tamim, relate to the people that which you relate to me. He said, we were on an island when we came across a beast, not knowing its front from its back. It said, you are amazed at my shape, and in the castle is one who desires to speak to you. We entered the castle, and we came upon a man who was shackled in steel from his heels to his ears. One of his nostrils was blocked, and one of his eyes was effaced. He said, who are you? We informed him, and he said, what has Lake Tabaria done? We said, as it normally does. He said, and what has the date tree of Basain done? We said, as it normally does. He said, I shall set my foot on every part of earth, except for the city of Ibrahim and Mecca and Tiba. The Messenger of Allah said, Tiba is al-Medina, related by Al-Hafiz Abu Yahla. This hadith is very gharib. It is not solid. Ibn Sayyad is from the Jews of al-Medina, said, verily, a woman from the Jews of al-Medina gave birth to a boy whose eye was effaced and whose canine tooth was slanted upwards. The Messenger of Allah feared that he was the Dajjal, and he then found him underneath a coarse garment, mumbling. His mother went toward him and said,